What's up, YouTube, and everybody else who's watching this? My name is Hwang Marino. I go to the University of Florida. I play soccer.
Make it value! Make it value!
And I'm going to talk to you about the BBC British television series Sherlock, which is a show that I discovered first in my writing through media class, in English class, where we watch many different TV shows and talk about it. And I just wanted to give you the rundown on this show because I really enjoyed it. First aired in the summer of 2010 in England, and Benedict Cumberbatch is the guy who plays Sherlock Holmes, and Martin Freeman is the guy who plays Watson. The first episode that I watched in class was the pilot called A Study in Pink, which is loosely based off the first Sherlock Holmes story called A Study in Scarlet. So what I'm going to be talking about today is the use of technology in the Sherlock British television series. So what's going on in the Study in Pink is that there have been a string of serial suicides or murders. We don't really know. All we see is these people taking these pills and they're dying. We don't know if someone is like forcing them to take the pills or they're taking the pills themselves because they're pressed or something. But there's been 3 suicides and everybody's going crazy about it because we don't know what's going on. So the first main scene that uses technology is when Detective Inspector Lestrade he's the head of the police department. He is in front of a bunch of media people, and they're asking questions like, "What do we do? Is this murders? It's got to be murders, right?" He's like, "No, it's not. They're definitely suicides. They're definitely linked, but they're not murders." So Sherlock is somehow hears what's going on, and then he sends text to all the media people saying, "Wrong. Everything that Lestrade says is wrong." And so this is the first use of technology. He's sending text messages to these people saying it's wrong, and it pops up on the screen. It's really cool. And then Sherlock sends Lestrade a personal text message saying, "You know where to find me." Because he knows once the police force has no idea how to solve a case, they're going to turn to him because Sherlock is a genius and it's his expertise is solving cases. John Watson and Sherlock Holmes meet up through a mutual friend. Watson needs a roommate, and Sherlock is willing to provide that. And so Sherlock sends him a text message, and you can actually see on the screen Watson scrolling through his messages and then reading Sherlock's. And after he reads Sherlock's text, he wants to know more about Sherlock, so he gets on his computer, types in Sherlock Holmes, and reads about him. So afterwards, Sherlock and Watson are together, and then Sherlock gets a call from Lestrade that there's been a 4th victim in this string of killings, so Sherlock and Watson decide to go check it out. So when Sherlock and Watson get to the crime scene, they see that the victim is a lady that's dressed in all pink, like her shoes are pink, her whole outfit is pink. So when he sees the lady in pink's body on the floor, he begins to use his amazing ability of observation, and like we saw before in the wrong text that pop on the screen, those are actually called diegetic text. We are actually able to see Sherlock's thoughts as text on the screen. First, Sherlock sees that she has scratched on the ground with her fingertips, R-A-C-H-E, which is actually the word for revenge in German, but he's like, wait a second, no, that can't be it. And you can see on screen that he actually thinks it's Rachel. He also sees white clothes, dry umbrella, clean jewelry, dirty wedding ring. He concludes that she was unhappily married 10 or plus years from this. The inside of the ring is clean, but it's regularly removed, and he decides that she must be a serial adulterer. In order to figure out where she could have been that it might have been raining, he pulls out his phone to check the UK weather, and you can see once again him scrolling through the menu and looking at the weather. Sherlock eventually leaves Watson behind at the crime scene, and Watson comes to meet Sherlock's brother called Mycroft, and while they're talking, Sherlock keeps sending Watson texts while he's talking to his brother, and Watson keeps on looking at his text and interrupting the conversation. This reminded me of the time when you're on a date or something with a girl, or you're with your friends, and you're constantly checking your iPhones like it's more important than the person you're talking to. I think that's just ridiculous, but it's come to the day and age in this society where we constantly check our phones whenever we feel like it, whenever we get a text, and that disrupts conversations not only in our real life, but it also is disrupting conversations in Sherlock, which I thought was kind of cool. Sherlock and Watson go to the Pink Lady's house to see if the killer would be around there, and they see a taxi being really sketchy, so they chase the taxi, and Sherlock uses his mind as a GPS, which is really cool. So you see the GPS on the screen, you see the little arrows going, where they're going, where the taxi's going, and that switches between street signs, the GPS, and Sherlock jumping over buildings and chasing after his taxi. After the chase, Sherlock and Watson return to Sherlock's apartment, where they find the police force there searching his apartment because earlier in the episode he found the Pink Lady's suitcase and didn't tell the police. So while they're all there in his apartment, Sherlock begins to think very deeply, and he's like, where is this lady's phone? She doesn't have a phone anywhere. Oh wait, she must have left it with the killer for us to find the phone and to eventually find the killer. Rachel isn't just a name, it's a password. So they get the email address from her suitcase and a password, go to this website called mephone.org.uk, which is a GPS phone tracking website, and this leads them to the killer and the solving of the case. So in conclusion, this TV series, Sherlock, has the characters extensively use technology, whether it's texting, using the computer, doing all that stuff, but this use of technology directly influences the plot and the solving of the case. This was my very first video blog, and I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching it.